Okay, so we are back for a surprise, I guess, video here. Damian Lillard just got traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. I want to get the instant reactions from my co-host Cam here with me. This literally happened 4 minutes ago. We're gonna talk about all the things that are gonna come up. Cam, have the floor.
Yeah, I mean, first things first, sucks to be you, Miami. I mean, you thought you could just sit on your heels and, they said they didn't want to give up all of their assets and they didn't. And now Damian Lillard is a Milwaukee Buck and I had to FaceTime Jay in the middle of the day so we could do this.
Absolutely. I mean, moral of the story, Miami Heat, you are not trading Tyler Hero for a first ballot Hall of Famer and thinking that no one else in the league is going to try and get Damian Lillard. Pat Riley, I get the whole Heat culture thing. You've got to give more than Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, Tyler Hero. It's just not going to work, man.
Yeah, and they didn't want to give up. I saw a thing, they had seven assets they could give up. It was like three draft picks, those three guys, and Caleb Martin. So those are your seven assets to give up, and you didn't want to give up all seven. So now you don't get Damian Lillard.
Cam, let's hear that full trade, man. Throw it to me.
Yeah, okay. So let me just make sure I read this correctly here. So Damian Lillard goes to Milwaukee. The Blazers get Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, because the Suns were the third team in the trade.
Got you.
Tumani Kamara, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name correctly. A 2029 Milwaukee first and unprotected swaps in 2028 and 2030. So those could be more valuable, assuming the Bucks are like not good by then, because Giannis will be out of his prime and Dame will probably be moved on, if not retired by then.
Yeah.
The Suns get Josef Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson, which is huge for their depth. We know that was a major problem for them last year. So I mean, honestly, I think it's a good trade for everybody involved. I think the Blazers probably, I know you mentioned this already, but I think the Blazers will move on from Drew Holiday. I don't think he really fits their timeline. They could probably get another first for him somewhere else, send him to a different contender. And I don't think you really want him stunting Scoot Henderson's growth in any way.
Yeah, I think Drew Holiday is one of those vets that would be great for people like Scoot and great for people, all the guards they have on that team. He'd be a great vet for them. But Drew Holiday can still be a winning player. I think that they're probably gonna either work out a buyout or work something else that Drew Holiday can go somewhere. Okay, so we talked about the instant reactions. Now let's talk about why the Milwaukee Bucks absolutely went and shot their shot and it hit. Because we've been seeing in this entire summer media cycle how Giannis Antetokounmpo has been saying, if the Bucks don't do something, I'm gonna have to look elsewhere because it's all about championships. And I love Milwaukee, but I'm a winner first. Cam, talk to me about what the Bucks did because wow, they listened to Giannis and now they have maybe the best duo in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, I think they are the best duo in the NBA. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say right now. I would definitely take them over Jamal Murray and Jokic. I mean, they're just Damian Lillard peaks higher than Jamal Murray ever will, and I don't think the gap between Jokic and Giannis is that big at all. So I think you got to give them the difference there. I mean, they did lose some depth. The loss of Grayson Allen's definitely going to hurt their shooting a little bit, and he was an okay defender this year as well. But
But they
I
keep
mean,
Chris Middleton, man.
you keep Chris Middleton, which is huge. Even though he's been battling some injuries the past couple of seasons, when playoffs come around, if you can keep him healthy, that's it. That's probably the best big three in the NBA.
I mean, this is just, I'm thinking about the Eastern Conference. You get Dame out of the West, he goes to the East, you pair him with Giannis, the Giannis Dame pick and rolls. There's so many things going on in my head right now. This is insane.
I got a question
Absolutely.
for you. Though. I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Do you think we saw lots of reports the past couple of weeks that Dame wouldn't report to training camp or wouldn't be happy if he ended up on any team other than the Miami Heat? What do you think Damian Lillard's thoughts are as of right now?
His thoughts are right now, I'm going to play with arguably the best player in the NBA, and I think that's all that matters. Miami, the weather, everything, that's great. You can go there in the offseason. It doesn't matter. You're with Giannis Antetokounmpo, someone who won a championship 2 seasons ago, someone who was widely considered the best NBA player until maybe Jokic took that title from him after this season. If I'm Damian Lillard, I can't be happier, man. And it's so funny because the Bucks lost to the Miami Heat, right? But then the Bucks get Damian Lillard, and now they're like, okay, we're going at Miami and we're gonna beat them. And this is absolutely crazy to me.
All right, now can we switch gears for a second and address the Phoenix Suns? I mean, they did move on from DeAndre Ayton. We did
Yeah.
think that there was a good, strong possibility of that happening. I personally, because I love to see KD succeed, I'm personally very happy with this trade. I mean, Keon Johnson and Nasir Little are both great defenders. I do think Nurkic is a more aggressive and formidable paint protector down low, which is what the Suns need. They don't need DeAndre Ayton working on his development and his post moves down there. They need somebody who's tenacious on the rebounds, that is going to be a physical paint protector and a dominant presence down low. And I think you get that in Nurkic.
Absolutely. So DeAndre Ayton, even after the Bradley Beal trade, he wants a bigger role on the offensive side of the ball. They weren't gonna just dump the ball down to DeAndre Ayton and say, "Give us 10-foot jump hooks." Or that's kind of his game, and the Suns don't want to do that. They want to play through their guards and they want to play through their dynamic forward and Kevin Durant. So I think this is great for DeAndre Ayton. You go to the Blazers, you play with a lot of young guys. You can kind of be that vet, and I foresee like a what, like a 19-8, maybe 20-7 type of season for DeAndre Ayton. This is exactly what he wants. He got his money already. Now he can go to a destination that will allow him to blossom as an offensive player. And then, like you said, Nurkic, bringing in one of those bruisers guys. He's a veteran. He's been there
Physical
before.
guy. He's just
Physical guy.
he's not
And
afraid to do the dirty work, as you like
yeah,
to
all
say.
the cliche stuff about doing the dirty work and stuff. But I remember watching one of the Blazers games last year, and they actually took out Nurkic and they replaced him with, I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Larry Nance Jr. sometimes? Because Larry Nance was more of that, I can kind of spray space the floor. I can kind of do a little more stuff on the offense. But I think this is a great destination for Nurkic. Like you said, this seems like a good trade overall. And if you're the Miami Heat, man, you just got to be thinking we should have given more. We should have tried harder. And we shouldn't have just thought that they were going to give Damian Lillard to us. Part of me thinks, and I want to hear what you think about this, part of me thinks that the Blazers were just like, we're not trading him to the Heat out of spite. We're not doing it. Too many reports coming out about the Heat don't want to give up everything. All right, he can go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. And I think this is a big blow for the Miami Heat because, I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of the reason they were so comfortable with guys like Max Strus and Gabe Vincent leaving to go to Cleveland and the Lakers is they were under the assumption that they were going to get Damian Lillard. And the fact that that's not the case now, you have to retool with, I mean, those guys were both top 4 scorers on their team in the playoffs the last couple of years. I mean, at least Max Strus was. I think Gabe Vincent's probably 4 or 5 on that list as well. So those are two massive holes now you have in shooting. Is somebody going to step up to replace that? I mean, Jovic had a pretty good FIBA run, so maybe he's definitely going to be expected to step into that role. Maybe Jaime Jaquez as well, but I mean, that's still a huge loss. Is when you thought you were going to get Damian Lillard to replace that shooting void.
Yeah, and last thing I'll say before, if you have something else, then we can hop out of here, is this kind of reminds me of the 2019 trade when the Clippers gave up extra for Paul George because they knew we're getting Kawhi also in this package. So we can give up the extra pieces. This is the Milwaukee Bucks saying we're going to get rid of Drew Holiday. We're going to get rid of the first round picks, the unprotected picks. We're going to get rid of Grayson Allen, who's a great role player for us. But trading for Dame also ensures that we keep Giannis. So we'll trade that for a premium, knowing we get to keep Giannis for those extra years. What do you think about that, man?
Yeah, that next Giannis contract is gonna be insanity though. Like
Wow.
it's like if Jaylen Brown has a year where he's making $70 million in one year, I mean the Giannis contract is gonna be gangbusters.
Yeah, absolutely. First Woj bomb of the season just dropped. Cam, thank you for letting me know. The second I heard, I was like, Cam, I'm giving you the Zoom. We're hopping on. We're doing 10 minutes right now, and couldn't be happier. This is the best start to the NBA that we could have. NBA training camp and media day starts on Monday coming up. Practice starts in 10 days. We are back into the fold. Follow us on TikTok to get more of our short snippets and see more of our NFL content too. Cam, anything else you got left to say?
Nah, you covered all of it. I mean, we're making good push on TikTok right now, so definitely check that out.
Absolutely. With that being said, keep up with us. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
It's a 16 buff in the dark.